Alrighty, fans, welcome back to Sports Chat. We are here with Campbell County High School freshman athlete Ethan Jeffers. Ethan, you didn't get to participate in spring practice, but I assume you were there to watch.
A couple practices.
How did it seem to go?
It seemed pretty good. They're pretty organized up there right now.
Yeah.
Without a coach, yeah.
Well, you know, when the little redheaded man walks in, and I ain't talking about Luke, because Luke's a big redheaded man, there is organization and fear.
Yes.
But talk to a lot of the players about, you know, what's going on.
A couple of them. I've talked about what they've been doing and stuff down there, but I ain't talked to many of them.
Right. How are they? What are their concerns with the coaching situation?
They just want a good coach. They're not trying to hire a quick coach that'll just stay there for 1 year and stuff.
Right.
They want a coach that'll make a commitment to them and be a Campbell County coach.
Gotcha. And you're also playing baseball right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not right now. You're on the show with us,
Yeah.
but you played a game last night.
He was in the middle of a game when we brought him in for the show.
But you played a game last night. You played hide catcher, and is that, you know, what do you normally do baseball wise? Is that a natural position for you?
I like catcher. That's probably tied my favorite from pitching.
Right. And of course, in high school level baseball, as a pitcher, you just kind of rotate
Yeah.
from other positions in your pitching rotation. And you all played Clinton last night.
Yeah.
And you said the game ended in a 5-all tie.
Yeah.
How many home runs did you hit?
0.
A catcher is a tough position to play. If you like it, you know, and if you're good at it, that's very really valuable to your team. It's the hardest position to play in baseball.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see how you take it.
You can't let a ball get by you.
You can't let balls get by you. You know, you got a bat swinging by your head this close.
You're in a constant crouch.
You're constantly crouching. You got the ball coming at you,
Tight on your knees.
80 miles an hour constantly. It's just a hard position to play. You call pitches for your pitcher.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you keep up with it, the catcher runs the game.
You're basically a quarterback on the baseball field by doing that. Pitcher gets a lot of credit.
Now, I mean, the pitcher, you know, as a pitcher, he knows you got to deliver the ball. But your catcher's really important. Watching out over the whole field. You got the gun to get it to second base.
Yeah. Well, I try.
That's the best you can do. Sometimes.
It can be hard to get it to second base sometimes.
Sure.
Like in the way the ball is placed, sometimes you gotta get up.
So awkward.
Yeah.
Have any wild pitches?
Well, right now we don't. Right now they're pretty accurate and got some pretty good speed on.
So that's good then. Now, is this the Campbell County team? Is it a junior league team or
It's a summer league.
summer league?
So it's basically a bunch of Campbell County's team
Yeah. It's,
playing a summer league type ordeal.
Yeah, it's everybody on the high school team playing summer, but a lot of them aren't playing. They're just going to take the summer off.
Right. No. There's high school track that does a summer track program with the Knoxville Track Club.
Which do you prefer, football or baseball?
Oh gosh. Whoa.
Tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to choose between what sports you love. I mean, it really is.
Right now it's baseball because I'm getting to do more of it, and
It helps when you're actually playing.
yeah.
Right. It's really hard to do a fall football league, for example.
Yeah.
Pretty sure most of them are.
I'm pretty sure all football is in the fall.
Well, you're right. A summer football league.
Oh, a fall football league.
But, you know, it's like I was talking to Rodney Ellison the other day. They're going to, on July 14th, they're going to have a big passing day. We basically, you know, quarterback, receivers, and a center at Anderson County High School. And I obviously don't know if Campbell County is going to be there. We don't know who the coach is going to be, but Anderson County is going to be there. Wartburg is going to be there. Cumberland Gap is going to be there. I think he said Alcoa was going to be there. There's going to be some good teams down there.
You start throwing Alcoa into the mix, look out.
Yeah.
I think he may have said Fulton was going to be there.
Oh Lord.
Another dominating team.
So, I mean, it's, you
It'll be a
know,
long day for Cumberland Gap and Wartburg Central, maybe.
yeah.
They have to face those.
But it's like Rodney said, that's the people he wants to go
That's
against.
the only way you're going to get better is going against better players.
I also talked a little football with Rodney. Of course, he's eyeing the Campbell County coaching search really closely himself. Even though he, is not going to be coaching against Campbell County itself, that's his alma mater. It's a team he loves, and he's just as concerned about who's going to be the coach as anybody.
I'm not sure which candidates are up for the job even. Did you ever get a list of?
I never got a full list.
From what I've heard is Coach Bruce has done that on purpose. He's kept it pretty close, and he didn't want a lot of
Leakage.
rumors and stuff.
Justin
going
Price is the one actual name I've heard. Of course, with Justin, he was up for it the last time and turned it down. And I know, and you're thinking, well, if he was up for it the last time and turned it down, why would he apply again? From what I understand, the reason he turned it down is because they made him a bunch of promises, and he wanted them to put it in writing, and they wouldn't do it. Now, seems pretty smart of him at this point after what all went down.
We'll see what happens. I mean, Justin would be a great coach in my opinion. His brother's a really good defensive coordinator too.
Yeah, they came straight out of college into the coordinator slots at Anderson County High School. That's not some weak sister program.
I assume by next week at this time we'll probably know who the coach is.
We will, maybe.
They're supposed to announce it June 10th.
That's Thursday?
That's what I've heard.
Thursday or Friday, I believe.
Yeah, see, today is June the 4th, so the 10th would be
Next Friday.
Friday. So,
And hopefully, you get a coach in that you like and that the other players like and you want to play for in the fall. And that's where you keep going with it.
yeah, and it's from what I've been told at this point, no players have left the team for greener pastures.
That's really good news, but I was afraid that everybody would vote from it, to be honest with you.
Also, Matt Housley took the Cougars at the LMU for a team camp this week. I hear they've been playing very competitively. I talked to Darren Gillenwater, who made the team as a freshman. Of course, Darren had a great middle school career. And he rolled his ankle the other night during one of the games. And he was still looking forward to going up there and trying to play. And he told me some names on that team. Matt's looking to have a good team.
You pretty much going with football and baseball only?
Yeah, I didn't try it for basketball.
Now, of course, you've obviously played with a lot of these guys your whole life. Of course, I know Roston Lettner's on the team.
I played with Roston basically my whole life.
Now, here's an interesting name I heard on the team. If I heard correctly, it kind of shocks me. It's Trey Torres.
Yeah.
Whose brother goes to Anderson County.
Yeah.
But Trey has decided to stay home, and I got to give and this is where having Matt Housley kind of helped.
I'll say that Trey's a good football player too.
He is. Trey's a good football player, good basketball player. If he's anything like his brother, he's probably a pretty darn good baseball player. Has he played any baseball?
He's not on the baseball team right now.
I remember his dad was a really good baseball
He
player.
was. He was actually a really good football player.
Pretty sure his dad may have been a catcher too, as a matter of fact. That might, this is a 25-year-old memory, so I may not be right. I think that's what it was.
It's probably better than what my memories are from that time ago. Keeping on the football, just a little bit. How many of have you talked to some of your former La Follette teammates about playing?
We actually have a couple that's not going.
Are they just not going to play, or are they going somewhere?
They're not. They're going to Campbell County. Not going to play.
That's a shame.
Tommy Lawson, not
I
going to play
remember
football.
the name Tommy Lawson.
He's not going to play football. Dakota Daw said he's going to stick with basketball. He said.
Now with Dakota's a darn good basketball player, and I can. Does Tommy play any other sports?
He didn't play any sports last year, but I could see him playing baseball or something. He played basketball about 1 or 2 games last year,
Right.
8th grade year, and got taken off for academic things.
So he may have had a hard time staying on academics. You're a student athlete. You've got to keep your academics up.
Hopefully he'll just focus on his studies. Maybe play as a sophomore. You got to talk to him about playing.
Yeah, it's great to get as many people out as you can.
And he's a good football player too.
Yeah, so it would be good to see him. So I mean,
You talked to any of your former teammates about the La Follett's new coach?
No.
I actually
How they felt about that?
I actually ran into Chris Honeycutt the other day at Food City. We talked. Of course, Chris played for me. Of course, Chris grew up in the park when Luke and I worked there. We remember Honey real well. He's really excited about the prospect of being the Owls coach. He's looking forward to getting in gear this season. He knows he's got a little bit of an uphill battle this year with all that's gone on, but he's pretty excited about it. La Follette's got him a good coach. I mean, Chris, smart guy, played college football. I mean, played up at Cumberland. Coached at Campbell County High School under Coach Wells. He's a good fit for La Follette.
As I know, most of the players say they like him.
Chris is a really likable. Chris is the type of guy he can relate. He's not that far out of
Hopefully
his
that's
playing days.
sort of what you get up here with the new coach. If it's one of the price ones, that'll help a lot. Nothing against Dwayne because he was a good coach and everything, but he was getting up there as far as age goes, and just a big gap between.
It becomes harder to relate. I mean, I can honestly go from my first year's coaching at Jacksboro, the Chris DeMott, Devin Douglas, Price twins, we're all on that team. I'm still close with the vast majority of those players, simply because I coached them. I watched them grow up. I watched them go through high school, and I still talk to most of those players on at least a semi-regular basis. In Chris DeMott and Devin Douglas's case, on a very regular basis.
It helps getting a coach, you get identified with.
But I mean, when you get to the later years, when I coached with Sean and Rodney, I keep in touch with some of them, but not on that level. I have a harder time relating to their mindset.
As far as you go, Ethan, I say this. Yeah, I love for you to play football and do well at it, but man, if you can really become a great baseball player, you got it made. Nobody has it made better than baseball players because they're just fast.
Minor league system.
So many schools offer scholarships for baseball because there's so many more Division I baseball teams. So you got a good future in baseball if that's what you choose. And, as long as you're good at it, the future's unlimited. Just about it. Because, gosh, there's literally thousands of paid professional baseball players. And
there's thousands
of baseball scholarships.
There's an actual single A baseball league based around the Tri-Cities in Tennessee. I mean, that's how extensive the baseball minor league system is. 5 rounds of the NFL draft. I want to say there's almost 100 rounds of the baseball draft. Right. I mean, you look at the Smokies. They aren't remotely the highest level of minor league baseball, and that's some good baseball if you want to go watch it.
Yeah. Whatever you enjoy the best, and stick with it. Hopefully you excel at it.
But when you do make it big, remember us.
Right. You'll still have to come be on the show. When Sports Chat episode 735 rolls along, I think we're on 11 this week. I'm feeling a little ambitious tonight. We can have Ethan Jeffers signs with the Cincinnati Reds.
There we go.
Or the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Maybe even the Orlando Rockets. I don't even know what that means.
Any Canadian football league.
No Canadian football. No. Fans, we're out of time. We will see you next week. We're going to talk about the new football coach. We're going to talk about summer sports, and we'll see you next week.